So Jordan Morgan could have decided to go to the NFL, or he could have decided to transfer at some point. He stuck it out, and it seems like it's worked out really well for him. Brennan, can you just kind of talk about his journey?
Him being from here, and I think it was really important for him to stay home and, kind of finish what he started. We always talked about when we came in here, we wanted to make this something special for the city of Tucson. And I think that was part of the reason he came back. He wanted to do great things. I was really happy for him. We got to see those the 2 games we finished here at home last time we were here. It was a great atmosphere. He got to feel like he was a winner in his hometown, and he feel like he changed his program. So I think that was part of it. Some other NFL things involved too, about making more money and stuff like that. But coming back to raise his draft stock and kind of ensure that he's going to be a high draft pick, that was involved too. And his preparation, when he wants to play in the NFL, he wants to be healthy. It's really tough to go to the NFL off an injury, and then that's your first experience. So those are kind of the 3 main factors that I think led to it. It's been great to have him back. He's been awesome for us.
When you've watched him this year post-knee injury or post-recovery from the knee injury, does he seem like the same player, better player?
I feel like when he got started at the early part of the season, maybe first half of the season, he was kind of protecting himself a little bit, but I feel like in the last couple of games he's really gotten back into his groove where he's able to stay square. He looks really strong out there. Can still move like he always has. I think he's all the way back, and he's really only going to get better. He's just going to keep continuing to develop, and so his ceiling on the next level is ridiculously high.
Brennan, what do you remember about the early conversations with Jordan and maybe Michael Wiley and the seniors about just kind of sticking with the program and writing out this process?
Both of them, similar conversations, kind of in different ways. But both those kids, they want to go play at the next level. That's really important to them. But like we've told them, this is the best experience of your life. College football is better than the NFL. Sorry, I'm putting that out there. You get the brotherhood of playing with your friends. You go to class with these guys. You train with them. When you go home, you go hang out with your buddies. When you're in the league, a lot of guys are married, and you go and do other things, and you got businesses and other endeavors and adventures. But when you get to play college football and you get to hang out with your boys, it's priceless.
And then what did you make of Raymond Polito finally playing a complete game?
Oh, he got through the whole thing? No, it was really exciting for him to get through it. He was great energy on the sidelines. A lot of things to work on to get better at, but he played really solid. It's mostly timing that he needs to kind of keep working on, which is just from time on task, just keep practicing. And then, he'll just keep developing and getting better. Did you guys know that Johnny Nansen is nominated for the Burroughs Award? Good Lord. You see what this guy's done with this defense?
Did you vote it?
I did vote. I put a lot. There might be some irregularities in the voting process, and I'll take full responsibility.
Jeez.
No, but what Johnny's been able to do in year 2 is unreal.
Johnny, what does that award mean for you? Sorry, Brian.
Yeah.
Staff, players, see it. If it wasn't for our staff, my staff, and our players believing in me, I don't know. That awards is a team award, and it's like I said, it's our staff, man. They're unbelievable guys to work with.
Johnny, the last 2 weeks you've used Don Alessio. 2 of the last 3, Aaron Parrish has gotten some run out there. Deuce Lane, adding more guys in. How much of that is taking advantage of the redshirt rule where you can use these guys, and how much is it that they're now ready that it took a little while?
I think it's important. We played 23 guys in that game. Obviously, it was one of those games we had to play a lot of guys, and I was happy to see the young guys. The only way they're going to be great players is by playing. And the trust that I have in those kids and Coach Kofusi bringing those guys along. When you look at that critical down, the last play, number 8 and 42 were the one in there. So it just gives you the trust that those guys are in there to do a job, and they got it done, and I was happy to see. And we're just going to keep developing. That's what our program is about. It's about developing these kids and start from high school, and that's why we're recruiting high school kids to come in here, and it's our job to develop them. And I was proud to see those guys play.
Is it almost like how last year was right around this time that Isaiah Ward got his first shot that it just took a while for them to be ready to play?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, they just got out of high school, the lingo and the way we drill things is all, it's new to them. And then you get to November, it's really when you really, measure, are they ready to play? And then those guys were down with the service team and BC and coach. Hey, these guys are ready to go. So we gave them a role, and that's what it came down to. And you're exactly right, just like Ward did last year.
Is there anyone else that you think could be seen in these last few?
You never know. It depends on how practice goes today and tomorrow, and then, but there's a couple of guys we're looking at.
David and then Jason.
Two for Johnny. Just Johnny, you had two huge pass deflections in that ball game, and we see the drill in practice, and at least we did in the fall, where you guys, I guess John Rich was kind of calling it eyes, where he would, when the guys are supposed to look back for the ball. You had the one early with Prysock, and then the one late with Takari, where he actually looked both ways. But just speak to that drill, the timing of the guys doing that, and then Takario having to readjust on the last one to be able to make that play.
I think with Takario was more coaching. If there's a vertical, you cross 3 lines and start to open up and see the ball. And I think that's what Coach Richardson's been preaching on, and he executed the call and believe in the coaching. And then obviously the other ones were Bills, and I think those were batted balls. We do that. Those are part of our drills. When we talk about affecting the quarterback, 1 is sacks and 2 is batted balls, because the demeanor of the quarterback completely, you can see it. So those are things that we drill, and our coaches do a great job of drilling those, and it's showing up.
And obviously just 2 plays for Justin Flo in this game. Where is he at? It looked like he was out of position on the play where Sanders ran to get the first down.
Yeah, I got to do a better job. He was a spy and got sucked up inside, and he's got to be more patient when the guy break the pocket, and then he could have made that play. He's just got to trust in the coaching, and like I said, it all comes down to how well you practice. Practice is everything. If you don't practice well on Tuesday or Wednesday, how can I put you in the game? So the challenge for him this week is to have a great practice, because we're going to need him. And then, obviously, you're probably going to see more because it's more of his game.
Jason.
Just for both of you, your thoughts on Utah?
Yeah, I mean, it's a fantastic program. They've been Pac-12 championships 2 years in a row, won them both. They're the reigning champ, and it shows on film. Even with their starting quarterback out, they're still able to win games and be decisive and play teams tough. So it's a great challenge for us on defense. They fly around, much like our guys do. Really strong, physical front. Good talent in the secondary. So, and I'll let you talk about the offense, but it's a good program.
Yeah, they're the champs. I mean, they've been together for a long time. They're well coached up front. They have good running backs. The quarterback's a system guy. The coordinator's been there forever. It's a program that you measure your program to if you ever want to build one. And they do it the right way, and they're very well disciplined in everything they do. So we got to do a great job executing our calls.
Back to David.
2 for Brennan. Brennan, just in terms of, obviously, with Tetero McMillan, we've seen him high point balls all season long. The downside to that is he's taken some hits in the last few games. Is that just the nature of the beast, or can Noah put balls better to where his receivers maybe don't always have to leave their feet to catch them?
I think T-Mac has done a fantastic job this season. His role's been expanded. He's been asked to do more, and with that is going to come more tackles, from a variety of angles. I think he's such a special athlete when he's downfield that you can put balls in places you normally wouldn't, and he's going to go find a way to go make those catches. The kid is tough as nails. He doesn't mind taking hits. He doesn't mind doing the tough jobs. Doesn't mind blocking. So I don't think any of those things are going to deter from his game or the way he plays it. So I'm really excited for him to get back this week, and I know he's really excited about this challenge too.
And Montana made some key blocks in the run game in that ball game. What have you liked about the way he's progressed on that?
Just what a good kid he's been for this program. He showed his toughness. I mean, you throw him the ball inside the 5, and it looks like he's going to get in. I think he did get in. I'm glad he didn't, but I think he did get in. It would have been cool the way the game ended. It was pretty clean like that. Yeah, he's been fantastic for us. His blocks directly led to touchdowns or big plays throughout the game. He's just been a fantastic addition to the program.
Justin and Michael.
Johnny, what do you remember about Jason Kafusi as a football player at Utah? And then what has he meant to your staff?
Tough. You know, that's the way he coached. You know, his name is well known in Utah. You know, a lot of his families are still there, and you know, and Kofusi's meant a lot to our program as far as his relationship with his players. He's one of the best recruiters I've been around, and that shows in the way we're recruiting here. You know, anytime you want to rebuild a program, you want to surround yourself with great people, and he is one. So I'm so happy to have him here, and you know, he's a great coach, and you know, can't wait. You know, I know he's excited about this week.
Michael, for the last question.
Johnny, in the Colorado game, Shedeur Sanders did some damage with his legs at times. I wouldn't say that Bryson Barnes is known for that necessarily, but he did have that huge run at the end of the USC game. That was really a decisive play. Where were the breakdowns against Shedeur, and how can you just kind of prevent that?
We had spies, and we weren't able to get there. We have, you know, all week. We talked about make sure we tighten up the trap, which is the quarterback pocket, and guys were out of place. Two of those long runs we had spies. One was a nose guard getting held up. The other one was obviously the flow. You know, you take away those 55 yards, you know, you're talking about, I think, 20 yards total rushing, you know, and we got to do a better job because you're right, you know, that last drive against SC to win the game was the quarterback scrambling. So we got to do a great job, and that's the focus this week, is make sure we keep those quarterbacks in the pocket.
All right, that's our time.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thanks, all.